Yeah, we've got, I think there's 3 or 4 people have asked the same question, just slightly differently, but
Okay.
how to stop ruminating.
Oh boy, give me 3 hours. Right? So, how to stop ruminating? Well, what you're asking me to do is to give you an answer just shy of a lobotomy. Seriously. What we really have to do, and I suggest you please come to a webinar because I go much deeper in the webinars on this. We can't stop things. People have this idea that there's going to be a magical day when all triggers will stop, the Hollywood movies will stop, the ruminating thoughts will stop, and we're all waiting for this magical day to come when it all just stops. That day isn't coming, not in that context. Ladies and gentlemen, I will never forget what my husband did. Forget about the fact that this is what I do all day, right? 7 days a week, I am talking about what my husband did. Even if I was a banker, right? 9 to 5 banking job, Monday through Friday, I will never forget what happened. Ruminating thoughts are reminders that you at one point in time were not safe. That's what this is doing. Ruminating thoughts are like your brain saying, okay, you know what? There's something here. There's something here. You're not safe. What it's actually a sign of is that your spouses have not done enough work yet in order to give you enough data for you to feel safe. It's the same thing with triggers. And again, I spend, I think, probably 20 minutes just teaching triggers during the webinars. It's just like triggers. You cannot stop the reminders. You can't control what comes into your mind. But what you can control is your thoughts about the reminders. So when I'm just sitting here working, well, I shouldn't use me because I'm just too far off, but let's say like a client that I'm working with, right? When she's the betrayed and she'll just be sitting there doing the dishes and all of a sudden she kind of gets that thought about her husband's affair. In those moments, because her husband is doing the right work, she's able to take control over that thought and go, wait a minute, no, I don't want to think about this right now. My husband's fine. He's doing the work. I'm fine. I'm doing the work. My gut instinct is turned on. I'm safe right now. I'm okay. You see, but that can't happen if the unfaithful partner isn't doing the work. So we've got triggers, we have ruminating thoughts, and we have the Hollywood movies. Ruminating thoughts basically means you've got the same thought over and over and over and over again. That's usually because you don't have the what or the why. And that's why it's so important for the unfaithful partners to work on those. Without those, your brain is trying to put logic on an illogical situation. That's what those ruminating thoughts are. It's your brain trying to put everything in a nice, neat, I call them file cabinets, in nice, neat file cabinets. You can't do that on your own. You need the unfaithful partner to give you this information, whether it's the what, the why, or the how. Otherwise, those ruminating thoughts are not going away.